The Shelby Valley United Methodist Church tracked me down and invited our little quartet to come 2 Sundays coming to sing at their church during the morning service. I almost swallowed my heart, which had leapt into my mouth, without me knowing we had become famous. I was so thrilled that I ran and told my friends, and we were all jumping up and down over the prospect of becoming a traveling band. Now, the Shelby Valley Church was a tiny, white clapboard construction just south of town, sitting in the corner of Shelby Valley Road, thus giving it both its charm and name. Our quartet was accompanied by a lovely young girl named Paula, who was always being hit on by the hormonally drugged young men sitting next to her and playing. She liked it. We liked it too, because she never picked a favorite but flirted with all of us. Now, her father, Elder Kenneth from our church, found out about our performance opportunity. He became enraged because he wasn't about to let his daughter go elsewhere on a Sunday morning, especially not to a United Methodist church where they ignorantly ignored immersion. He raised such a fuss that I was brought before the pastor and elders of the church to explain the situation, even though I waxed eloquent with enthusiasm and received approval from the governing body. Kenneth still refused to let his daughter play piano for us, feeling that he had triumphed by removing the music from our singing. Actually, all he succeeded in doing was pissing off this big fat white boy. I grabbed a young friend of mine from our church, the brother of one of our singers. We usually ignored him because he had the foolishness of being a year and a half younger than us. I said I was going to teach him to play piano. His name was Andy, and he was thrilled by the notion of becoming an ivory tickler, even though he had never, ever taken a lesson. I, on the other hand, was a veteran of 3 years of both Sham and Thompson book training, so was thoroughly qualified to become his instructor. We asked the Shelby Church if we could make it 6 weeks in advance instead of 2, and I took that time to work with Andy. And would you believe that by the time we stepped in front of that congregation of sprinklers, their preferred baptism method, we had learned 6 songs with Andy, and he played them perfectly. Unfortunately, they asked for an encore, and we had to opt for a cappella, which actually made us look quite diversified. Andy continued playing piano, and within months became better than me, and when he graduated from school, played professionally for a while before settling into Illinois to delight the Illini State with his talent. What I learned from this experience is that the only way to defeat stupidity, ignorance, and bigotry is by actually coming up with better ideas and proving to them that you really don't need their help. Unfortunately, Paula just cried.